Hey, I'm back. Oh, I'm gonna hate this so much. No. No. Ooh! Don't even know. What's this?
16th of May, 1839. The unflinching African sun has continued to plague our expedition, making it impossible to dig until dusk. How Professor Herbert managed to find the location in these vast plains of nothingness remains a mystery to me. When I asked him about the tomb again, he told me about the legend of Tin Hanan, the mother of us all. An interesting story in its own right, but I can't help feeling there's more. Later that evening, we uncovered a passage beneath the dunes leading to a sand-covered stone structure. The professor was confident it was the tomb we sought and ordered the others to clear the way late into the dark, cold night. Tomorrow, I shall lead the men into the ancient structure, hoping to reach the burial chamber. No matter what the professor is keeping from me, the dig should yield something interesting to take back to London and the British Museum.
Okay. That must be from I hereby offer my full attention and services to Alexander Baron of Brandenburg. This contract will run now for a total of 3 years. All my freedom shall return to me. In addition, Alexander Baron of Brandenburg has recommended my services at the Prussian Royal Court within the sanctum of the Order of the Marquis. I know my rank to seal, William House of Garrick. I don't like this. I don't like this. Oh, I don't like this. I do not like this. I do not like this. I do not like this. I don't like this. Did you guys hear that? I heard something bad. Really, really bad. Ooh, what's this?
17th of May, 1839. My hands tremble as I write. I feel a need to document my tribulation, for I fear that my memory will fail me if I linger. Today, I took some men and ventured into the dark, ancient passage we uncovered. Our torches burned faintly in the murky air as we slowly made our way underground. The men were superstitious and fearful. They argued loudly, and I felt their strange language getting to me. I mustered my strength and yelled at them to continue down the slopes and broken steps. The crudely carved passage confused me. It looked much older than the 4th century structure we had expected. The twisting path emerged into a great antechamber. The walls were lined with statues unlike any I'd ever seen. Despite their unearthly quality, I felt a strange familiarity toward them, which haunts me still. At the far end of the chamber, a great slab of stone sealed off whatever lay ahead. I gave the order to raise it, and as I pushed through the narrow space, the heavy stone suddenly dropped, sealing me inside. I was trapped.
Wow. That sounds horrible.
Much of the castle is old and hasn't been tended to for centuries. When the shadow arrives, it won't take long until things start falling apart.
We're just buying time anyway. Let's do what we can.
There isn't much to be done about the wars. We should reinforce weak structures. The ground will tremble and there's a risk everything will cave in on us, especially downstairs. Here, and there. Let's get the servants working on it.
I heard something. Box. What's this? What? What's going on?
17th of May, 1839. After pounding the unforgiving stone walls
What?
for what seemed like an eternity, I realized it was hopeless.
What's going on?
I was trapped. I fell to the ground, gasping for air, trying to focus. That's when I saw a faint blue shimmer.
What?
My weakened body was heavy to carry, but I managed to push myself toward the enchanting light.
Where am I? I don't even know where I am. This is so weird. No?
It was waiting for me. Enclosed in dark nothingness, I felt myself drawn to the mystic light. I reached out,
What?
closing it in my hands.
It's
A
bigger.
faint glow escaped my fingers and began to spark brightly and spirit me away, unlocking alien memories of spiraling towers, endless deserts, and impossible geometry. The next thing I can remember is the grating sound of stone being lifted, the voices of the Arabs pulling me to safety, and grasped firmly in my hands was the broken pieces of a most peculiar relic.
Weird. I won. Whoa! Whoa!
You have to be swift when you activate the first one. You hear that? If it stops, you'll have to start over.
Isn't all this a bit excessive?
You can never be too careful, then.
Castle, 1801. Shores of he's within the Eastern Prussian ones. For centuries, there have been stories surrounding the hamlet and its neighbor, Castle Brandenburg. The quiet forest, clad mountains dressed with scattered lakes, is picturesque as can be. Albeit in the area is haunted by the dark. Ask any local and you will hear proof of the widespread superstition. All travelers should indulge themselves in such conversations, since it will certainly serve as exciting entertainment. All of them have their own twists on the tales, but there are some no moments that keep reappearing. The gatherers. The story reaches all the way back to the time of the 30 Years' War. It said that soldiers who abandoned their duty got lost in the cold, dark woods and were forever damned to roam the grounds. Their bodies were rot. Their bodies rot by their tainted souls have left them disfigured and empty of essence. Many have cited them over the years and described them as horrid revenants. They move silently through the woods, shying away from any beholder. They are called the Gatherers, as they seem to follow some ambition to steal living creatures. It is their prey which can be heard struggling inside the damp burlap sack dragged by them, which reveal their presence. What dark scheme do they follow? A visit undone. Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa, the well-known erudite, visited Alstadt. At the start of the 16th century, he resided in a local inn for a fortnight, as he looked for remnants of kingdoms past. During his stay, all the prominent members of society paid notice. He is mentioned in many records of time. One day he went to investigate a burrow in the northwestern glades, only to never be seen again. Heinrich is known to have passed away in Grenoble some 10 years later. He dismissed the notion of ever visiting Altstadt, which makes you wonder what really happened. Who is this mysterious man who visited a sleepy hamlet in the woods, and what happened to him? One Baron, Brandon Bammer, lives a reclusive life with his family at his castle nearby, Altstadt, and nearby Altstadt. And like most of those noble birth rumors, and inherited alongside with the title, researching the history reveals little before the castle was consumed by fire. In the late 16th century, it was rebuilt by Alexander, a nobleman from the Rhinelands, claiming the role as protector of the Prussian state. Alexander helped the region to flourish and remain popular throughout his presumed lifetime. The family has always been secretive when it comes to lineage and heritage. Therefore, the birth and death of Alexander and his offspring has never been fully recorded. This has led the idea that the Baron is, in fact, one and the same, who came from the west over 300 years ago, lived through the time of occupation, and joined the Convent Order, the Black Eagle, along with the great leaders of his country. Weird. Anyway, I have a puzzle to solve. Wilhelm and his fools have endangered my research long enough with their absent handling of the human vessels. The sheriff is keeping a watchful eye on the forest and is killing my trusty servants. It's just a matter of time until they follow the trail to Brandenburg. I need to lock Wilhelm and his men up to avoid further investigation from the public. Windsor will therefore be sealed off until the matter has been handled. Either the king's men leave, or they will starve. Whatever comes first. They can rot for all I care. Maybe I will feed them some wine. It would be, in a sense, solve both my problems. What's this? Am I gonna pick that up? Bad feeling. Bad feeling. That's something that should. What was that? There's something in there. There's something in there. Something in there. Something in there. Something. Oh man. Super scared. Super duper scared. Super scared. Super scared. not going out there. I am not going out there. I am not going out there. I am gonna cancel this, and I'm not gonna continue ever. Bye. Yes, I want to think.